Hey, what's up, everyone? One of the questions we get asked all the time is, hey, when you guys are doing all your marketing and all of your branding and all of your social media, what do you think matters most? Should I focus on quantity, just trying to post every single day and get stuff out there? Or should I focus on quality and maybe just do 1 or 2 pieces of content or 1 video a week and really just try and get it all the way right and get it just perfect and just get it high quality? You can probably see where I'm going to go with the answer, right? We're going to lean towards quantity, but with the goal of quality to come out of it, because the actual answer isn't, hey, focus on quantity or quality. The actual answer is, as we like to call it, the Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson answer, because when I grew up, they played both football and professional baseball. So they always did both, and they did both well. That is why Deion and Bo will go down in history as 2 of the greatest athletes ever, not just in a sport, but 2. And I love that, because that is a heck of a goal, right? To go after and say, okay, can we not just market our faces off with quantity, but can we do it with quality as well? And so this goes for everyone. We get this question asked by other chiropractors. The Javier, our amazing local CrossFit gym owner, I'm talking to him about this all the time. Jessica, who owns the greatest functional med and integrated pediatric practices, talking to her all the time. Our patients who are real estate agents or own their different companies in different way, and they see our brand and they see us rocking both the quantity and the quality. When they ask this question, they get this answer and they get these tactical strategic steps that I'm going to put into this video as well. Because it's not just one thing to say, yeah, I want that too. I want to have high quantity, high amounts of output and marketing and crush it on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and email and in the community and in the office. But I also want to have high quality. And I want you to have that as well. So these are the tactical, practical steps that will get you there, because that's what we like to do with every video, is not just, hey, pie in the sky, here's the concept without any how to do it. Here's how to actually do it. Number 1 step, you got to do it. What the heck do I mean by that? So for PwC, the brick and mortar practice, I ran and did nearly, let's just call it 100% of the marketing for 10 years. We're going all the way back to when we did traditional marketing before social media was there. So we opened our practice in 2007. So for the first 5 years, we did a ton of radio and a ton of print marketing, okay? Magazines and different things that we knew. We always obviously chose the station, the hours. We chose the publications that would go towards moms. That was always going to be our target, because taking care of their kids and taking care of their family is our mission and our vision. So moms are the target audience for our marketing and our branding forever. And when we did that, we learned a ton, because we spent a ton of money. We did a ton of different things, and we'll get to this, the testing, tracking, doing. But I'm telling you, for 10 years, I've done a ton of it myself. And then when we started PX, before I hired our amazing CMO, John, we marketed and grew the heck out of PX with just me doing the marketing. Now, if you're following a lot of our content right now, you're like, wait a minute, aren't you just right now with the first step telling me to do the opposite of what you tell everybody to do, which is to get help? Yes, but get help later. If you hire people to help you do your marketing right now, the most important thing with marketing, especially to our audience, pediatric and family chiropractors, is your personal brand and developing your personal voice. Excuse me, as I lose my voice, that was some crazy timing, your personal voice to go with that. And so if you immediately just hire a Facebook marketer, you hire a copywriter, you hire someone to do X, Y, Z with your marketing that isn't you, they don't have your voice yet. They don't have your style yet. You actually have to really commit to this first, you, yourself, and I, and to really put the time and the effort and the energy into marketing to figure out how to actually be effective. So quantity of outputs from you first, doing all the things, is how you learn the quality and the effectiveness. So that's my first lesson, and I'm sharing my own, of saying you have to commit to this first. You can't hand this off until you have it dialed in. That's just like adjusting. I didn't teach our neurotonal adjusting protocols and our perfect storm clinical protocols to any associates until I had tested it and done it and proven it for 5 years plus. Then I could teach it. Marketing is the same. You can't teach it to someone else until you've taught it to yourself first. That's the big, I don't even really consider that as like a step here in this video. That is the foundation of this. You can't hand it off until you've dialed it in yourself first. From there, the next thing you do is you just simply commit to the quantity. So when you get together with your team, you get together with whoever, what we've developed is just an outputs checklist. We know exactly how many pieces, literally, that's it. The question is, how many? How many pieces of content can we put out there every week, every month? How many workshops can we do every month? How many emails can we send every single week? How many efforts and outputs can we put out there? And you literally just look at it mathematically, step one. Number two, to get you back to the foundation lesson, time block. Schedule it. That is the next most important thing to do. My concepts here only make sense if you have the time to do them. So right now, here comes your excuses. Do you know how busy I am? I do. I've had a busy rocking practice from the very beginning. 4 kids. We even bought chickens, goats, and donkeys we got to feed in the morning and at night. So I understand the busy conundrum. I just don't use it as an excuse. It is simply called life for literally about 100% of people are busy in the world. So those that are productive are not less busy, or have more free time than others. They simply schedule in the actions that are most important and they prioritize their productivity. And marketing and branding is the most important thing if you're in growth mode for your practice or for your business. If you're in coast mode, cruise mode, you want to spend more time in Costa Rica than you want to spend, getting more kids the transformative care of pediatric chiropractic, I get that. That's your choice. You don't need this video then. You probably didn't even click on it. But the second most important strategy is to time block and schedule it. So for my entire career, while I was doing all that for 10 years, while I was doing all that for PX, I had an entire day. Often, a lot of weeks, I would have an entire day and a half dedicated to marketing. Start with at least one shift. If you're a pediatric chiropractor like me watching this, you work in not just days, but you work in shifts. Maybe one day you got a morning shift and an afternoon shift. What day of the week can you dedicate at least 4 to 5 hours blocked out completely to marketing? Doing videos, writing blogs, sending emails, making reels, marketing shift. Every single week, don't skip it. The more you want to do, the more shifts you need. So for me, when I was doing it all, I had an entire day. Now it's whittled all the way down. I need to spend 2 hours a week for the practice marketing and 1 shift for PX. Same rule, still in my life today. Number 3, test and track. So the whole point of going into the quantity first to figure out what's quality, you don't even have to guess. The stats will tell you. Track each video, track the results, listen to your new patients as they come into the practice, have your CAs we have a new connections tracking guide. New connections is what we call our new patients, and we know exactly where they came from. If they came from multiple places, if they heard it from a friend, then they went to our website, then they watched our social media, then they read our reviews. Well, that's 4 different resources. So there's 0.25 points assigned, and we teach this inside the membership, how to actually split the referral connection resources so you're tracking the stats. When you test and you track, you literally then learn, this is working great. I'm going to do 2 of these videos a week. This is doing nothing. I'm going to do none of these per week. It isn't complicated. Do it, track it, learn, adapt, okay? And then the 4th step, hire and get help. So now all of this has come true. Now all this you've got down. Now you know what's working. You know how to do it. You've got your framework. You've been doing it. So you should be tracking it. And the other thing I should have said with number 3 is documenting the frameworks, documenting the structure. So we never have any scripts in our communication, our marketing, our adjusting, anything, but we have frameworks coming out of our faces, okay? Literally every video has a framework. The way we do reels has a framework. Long form videos, framework. Articles has a framework. Blogs has a framework. Weekly newsletters has a framework that we send out via email. Our workshop marketing has a framework. Every single bit of our marketing that I've done over the years and learned what works and how it works is now put into a framework. So when Dr. Matt came on board and sits right here in this chair and helps us do educational videos like this for patients, he didn't have to start green. He had a framework proven from my efforts that was proven to work that he could plug and use. Other people have helped us with their frameworks as well, and they work. When we do Instagram Reels, we have a framework that we could plug and we could use. When we asked Aaron, our VA to help us send the emails. She had a framework with tons of examples to do. When we know our brand book and our design and our colors and our Canva and our filters that we use that Christina really runs, there's a framework, there's a brand book, there's guidelines that are set because everything we did to this point works. So this has been turned a little bit longer, like every one of my videos, into a pretty solid, almost TED Talk teaching style and training style video. And that's what we want. Concept is, which should you go after? Quantity or quality? The answer is both. The only way to get to quality is to commit to the quantity first. Who should commit to it first? You should commit to it first. Then what should you do? Track it, record it, see what's working, turn the successful stuff into a framework and reproduce and create more of it. After you've got it dialed in, get help. Teach others what you learned through your efforts, and now you can 2x, you can 3x, you can 4x, and 10x, now you can 10x the quantity of your quality outputs, and your practice will absolutely explode. That's how this works. There's a lot to this one. Might want to rewind it back, watch it 1 or 2 more times. Please share it. Please comment below. I don't know, if you're watching this on YouTube, what did my kids say? Smash that subscribe button. Let's go. We love you. We love this stuff. Quantity and quality is how we're going to change the world with reaching millions of moms with high quality, high quantity of content about pediatric chiropractic and transform their kids' lives, because it's the content that will be high quality that will convert them into the high quality, highly trained, because we do that too, pediatric chiropractors in the PX Docs network and transform their lives like none other. That's the mission. This is a big part of it. I love you.